Hello and welcome back to Woodworking by Chan. This is the third video in our video series on me making an outdoor wooden sign with breadboard ends for a farm. So at the last video we concluded with the sign being fully constructed and ready to go, and then today we are going to look at how I actually create the design and then router and paint it. So what I do is normally give a very general, very basic sketch of where I want the elements to be, and once I've done that I'll go into this step, which is more detailed. I darken the lines, I add in all the finer little details and make a sign not look like just a bunch of scribbles, but actually a picture with words and stuff on it. Okay, so this part here is probably about a 2-day process. I spend the first day just laying the elements down, and then the second day is what you see on the video here, where I'm putting in finer details. So once I'm satisfied with the design, I go on to the actual routering part. So the first thing I do is I use a very fine point routering bit and I go across the outline for the entire sign. This is to help me make sure that I get the shape that I want right off the bat, and it's a fine point so that I get a nice crisp line along all the edges. If you never freehand routed anything, it's really quite a neat experience because you have this powerful machine in your hand where if you just even sneeze a little bit, there goes your entire design. So it's really, I enjoyed this part because it's a test of my muscle control skills, I suppose, as well as my patience to try and go as slow as I can without taking too long and being too slow. Once I have the outline all done, I come back with a slightly bigger router bit and I start hollowing out all the interior parts that aren't exactly uh, huge spaces, but in space bigger than my fine point. And the absolute last step is the biggest router bit that I have, and I'm going to hollow out all of the interior spaces that need to be routed out. So I use a bigger router bit here to save me some time. And when it's all done, this is what it looks like. So once the design has been routed out and I have all the space that I want to be covered, I'm going to use an exterior paint, black paint, to color in everything that I routed out. This is going to give a nice contrast because the black paint is going to stand out very well against the wood grain, because the entire thing is just going to be clear coated with polyurethane. When that's done, it's going to give it a very nice contrast and the sign will pop out. Okay, to do this, all I'm using is a little paintbrush and I'm going through slowly, sort of don't overpaint some of the areas or don't paint outside of the line. It's slow process, but at least it's a nice sunny day to do it. Just a little plug for my son's baseball team. Go Cardinals. And this is what it looks like when it's all painted. So my next step is going to be sanding down the entire surface, front, back, side, top, bottom, cutting off the ends of the breadboard to level them out, and then 6 coats of polyurethane with a sanding in between. So after all that, this is the sign you get. I hope you enjoyed this video series, and now that it's all done, I'll see you on the next project that I start. Until next time, bye.